Welcome back. In this video tutorial, we're going to begin setting up the server configuration for our files. So let's dive into this. In the last video tutorial, we looked at installing the dependencies and the React app for our backend. In this video tutorial, we are going to continue by creating the server. So the first thing we need to do is go to the directory of the application, then create a new file, and we're going to name it server.js. Okay, so server.js. So okay, there we go. So I already created server.js. So what you're going to do right now is to import Express library. So we're going to comment out here and say import packages. So this is where we're going to import the packages, and the first package that we're going to import is the Express package. So const express equal to require. So we're going to require the Express package. Okay, so Express. Okay, with that, we can now start to set up our server so that it can read on the port number 4000. So we're going to set the port at which our server will be listening to. So first, let's make the Express library usable. So by defining it right here, so we're going to define it as app equal Express. Okay, so there we go. Then we're going to set it to listen to port 4000. So app listen, then we can say 4000. So it's going to listen at port 4000, and we can also give a console log so that it can give us a feedback if the port has been read successfully. So let's give it console log, console.log. Then inside console log, we can tell this to log out the following first. So inside the ports, we can say server started. Server has started. Okay, server has started. I don't know if that's the correct spelling of started. So server has started at port, then we can say port 4000. Okay, so with this, so our server should listen to this port. So let's use the package that we installed called Nodejs. So you remember, it's not a package but dependency. So remember the dependencies we installed in the previous tutorial. One of them was Nodejs. So Nodejs is going to help us run the server, and it's going to start the server whenever we save the file. So let's say Nodejs, then we can give the name of the file that contains the server configuration, which is server. So just say server, don't include the .js extension, just say server, then click on enter. So the server should start, and it should give us if it's reading at port 4000. Here we go. So this is successful. So server has started at port 4000. So you can see. So we're going to define a route so that we can try to access it on the browser. So let's try this with the route. So we are going to try a get function. Then in the get function, let's give a /route right here. Then we are also going to include the request and the response. So this should allow us to pass a response inside this. So let's pass a response. Okay, so we're going to pass our response right here. So response.send. Then inside it, if we access this route successfully, we should print out hello world. Hello world. Okay, so let's save this. So let's see what will happen in the terminal, because we have NodeMon started. So if we save this, NodeMon is going to start the server automatically for us, so we don't need to start it whenever we update our files. So let's save this and see. So you can see when we update or when we save a file, NodeMon starts the server automatically for us. So this should be reflected. So let's try to access this in the browser. So I'm going to open this browser. Then I'm going to access the /route. So you can see it's printed hello world. So let's try a different route and write here /home. Then let's go back and see what will happen after saving this file. Okay, so when we save that, since we changed the route to /, so you can see it cannot get the /route. But when we try to access the home route, the new route that we created, you can see now it will print okay /home. Okay, local host 4000 /home. Let's see this. So you can see it has printed hello world. Okay, so let's go back to our code editor. So this is the routing which is enabled by this library Express. So we've just begun by creating our server configuration file, and we've set our server to read on the port 4000. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next video tutorial, we'll still be on the server configuration, but this time round we'll be connecting our server or our application to the database. So thank you. See you in our next video tutorial.